you. Hello, welcome everybody. I think we're getting off to a little bit of a late start today. I usually start like maybe an hour or so before this. Running a bit behind, but welcome everybody to today's stream. If you haven't already guessed from the, or at least the label, we're gonna be trying to finish the rest of that Archon quest from the last time for Fontaine. Just to note, I did some exploration and some work on my world since the last time I streamed Genshin, so you'll be happy to see. Look at that, we've got the whole Fontaine map open. The only waypoint that I'm still missing is this one right here. I could not find that one for the life of me. I'm thinking maybe there's like some back area to get down there, and I guess I'll have to figure that out in time. So, we're a bit loud here. 1 second. So, yeah, so we're gonna dive into the second half of this Archon quest. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. It looks like, we're down here. And yes, I did work on a little bit of underwater exploration. Hopefully we'll have a little bit extra time after the quest, to check out some of the underwater stuff as well. But yeah, it is so pretty. This is probably one of the more extensive updates, I think, or regions that I've seen in my time playing Genshin. So I'm really enjoying this region so far. That being said, let's go ahead and just jump right on into this. There we go. The hotel. Let's see how they follow up with Lenny's court case. What do we got?
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Alright.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
Yeah, I doubt Paimon's very picky in this case.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Okay. Yeah, Paimon's gonna be the glutton the entire time. That's the normal.
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Yeah, that does look good.
Why, of course.
Are you hungry now?
Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
Oh, okay, that sounds fun.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
Okay, I mean, fair enough.
Sure have your own way of doing things.
You turning down free food, Paimon?
Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Yeah, that's probably worth celebrating after our lovely Archon of Fontaine was trying to, like,
Oh, true.
be her,
Very
I guess.
true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Yes, please.
Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
Again, are you denying free food, Paimon? I wouldn't have said anything. I'll take it.
Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the Serial Disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
Yeah, at the very least, they just have that whatever water it is that only works on Fontaine people.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Yeah, that was like horror-esque.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking. We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
Yes, it's Fontaine. If you haven't played it already and you don't care about spoilers, here you go.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct.
Given that it's been up for 20 years and nothing's happened, yeah, I believe
It's not that
that.
I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters.
Good forever. Oh yeah, I'm sure you love Paimon's voice. Everybody loves Paimon's voice.
It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough. Which
Fair.
is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists.
Yeah, y'all were like the only ones that was like taking the case from like a back point, and then everyone else is like, yeah, Linny's guilty.
Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why
Highfalutin?
we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
That sounds like Paimon.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right?
Probably not.
Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
Oh yeah, so we originally came here to talk to the Hydra Archon. Personally, I wouldn't want to talk to her, but I don't know how willing she's gonna be to answer our questions right now.
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
Fair enough.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon.
Oh, now that we didn't have a chat with her at the very beginning when she, like, cornered us at the start of Fontaine, which I still don't get the point of that, but sure.
I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
And yet she'd waste her time on that court case.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
Oh.
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well,
Paimon.
what did you have in mind?
Well,
Let's see.
one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance.
Okay.
I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think?
Yeah, that's like borderline legal-ish, not really.
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand
Under her
answers.
bed?
Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions.
What are we, stalkers?
I can personally testify
Navia.
that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
My god, Navia.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Why not? We're always arrested in every region that we go to at this point.
Valid point.
Nothing new.
I overlooked that part.
Over.
I was just thinking about leveraging a person's desire for sleep.
Okay, Navia.
All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
I hope so.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
Yeah, that's probably our better option
Why
of the
don't we
three.
give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Okay.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Fanta?
was
Wait,
this
Fanta? You said Fanta? I love that. Oh my god.
Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
Jeez, Paimon.
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Okay.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Why'd you drink it then? Yeah, I guess.
Is
Okay.
that so? Huh. Well, In that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fonta here then.
What?
If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, those are some interesting ideas to go talk to Farina.
So full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
You could try walking, yeah.
That would be so normal. You know, like you.
We turn her back into emergency food. I'll gladly take that.
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
She's
Hey,
budgeting.
Navia, what are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
It's pretty pricey, all thanks to Paimon. Yeah, emergency food eats too much food.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
Okay.
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your requests the highest priority.
Ooh, nice.
In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
Okay.
See ya!
Okay, then I guess we're off to see Farina again. Yay, we love Farina. Alright, here we go. Where are we going? Oh geez, she's all the way over there. Alright, that's probably my closest one there. Let's go ahead and go down to where she's at. I just realized that I don't have full health on Kaza. Oh, rude. Oh, there we go.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vache.
Oh, it's this again. Wait. That weird, like, echoey voice or something.
Looks like we're back here again.
So Paimon doesn't hear it?
Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
What?
That's kinda spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Yeah, rip to your internet. I thought she said all the boats are gone.
Vache. Vache.
The hell? What? Vache?
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water.
Are we gonna pass out? What the hell?
Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kinda hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right?
What, now you can hear it?
Hey,
Uh,
Traveler?
hey,
Stop
hey,
walking.
stop,
Come on,
hey,
wake up!
hello? What happened? What, who? Who are you?
Vache. Are you my dear Vache?
No.
No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is?
No.
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know.
Okay, that's
My memories
ominous.
feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
Wait, she was human?
Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore.
Turned into an oceanid?
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim.
Oh, she was dissolved?
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril.
Yeah, that sounds dangerous.
No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me, and I also loved him equally as much.
Okay, then.
We can no longer go back. The pain of such parting. I never knew how heavy it could be.
Okay, yeah, so I guess we're gonna have to find whoever this Vache person is.
No.
Oh, what?
Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories.
So, do you want us to figure out how you ended up like this, or who did that to
The
you?
thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If
Okay.
you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember.
This is so sad. What the
Perhaps
heck?
that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vache above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him, told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great warmth.
So, yeah, so he watched. Did he only watch, or I'm like thinking if maybe was he the one that caused her to dissolve, or was he just like kind of there?
Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, I consider it a form of release.
Release.
It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface.
Okay.
I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
Yeah, so yeah, her consciousness is still like pretty much mostly there. She said she doesn't remember some things, so
I think I hear your companion.
oh,
It's time for you to go, I think.
oh, Paimon.
Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Okay then. Oh, here we go. What the heck is happening?
Come on, hurry!
What?
He's outnumbered!
What? Huh? What did we wake up to? Oh, okay. Hey,
Someone's out! Look out!
what happened?
Dear God.
What?
It's a whole army of Gardamex.
What did we do? Oh, what was her name?
Clarend?
Clarence? So, she's on our side?
Quick, now's our chance!
Oh, there we go. Ooh, okay. Shit. Oh my god. Oh, she pulled out the gun. There it is. Woof. Damn. I'm still confused. What happened? Where did those come from? Passed out, talked to a spirit, and then...
lending us your sword there, Clarend. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
Where did you come from is my question, and those things.
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
Okay.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr.
Aggressive?
Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. he would do the same, were he alive today.
Okay.
Do not speak of my father!
Ugh. I'm sensing lore.
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech.
Hey.
I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Fair.
I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
So good to know. I guess these two have some kind of past.
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the Serial Disappearances is very powerful.
Huh.
Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
So we were attacked because of that?
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
Guess not.
None of these mecha to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only
Okay.
conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league then?
Girl, okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish.
okay.
Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clorand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
Yeah, fair.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Alrighty. We're just like over here having a headache in the background.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
Yeah, something tells me Navia doesn't want that.
I know,
Or-
I just... She's...
Hi, Navia, we're awake. Yeah, what happened?
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for!
What?
Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us!
Okay.
Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Paimon, you wouldn't have fought anyone off. What do you mean? Okay, yes, you're a fighter now, Paimon?
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast.
Okay.
As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
You, he seems like one of those quiet, like, simps.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
Okay, good to know.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Not that I would know, because apparently I was unconscious.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
What?
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Ooh, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
You did not. I'm sure you didn't mean to.
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
What? What?
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky.
Yeah. Okay.
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the intention was to do something to the Traveler and to Navia then?
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Oh. So if Navia had actually drunk her drink, then she would have been dissolved?
Yes, So, if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Eee. Yikes.
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
She stole the drink.
Huh. Really?
Yeah, unfortunately we're not from Fontaine.
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger, and hurried here as quickly as I could.
Huh.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
We're always caught up in something as soon as we get to a new region, so nothing's new here.
You did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process.
Yep.
Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
I don't think so.
Well, it can't be coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. She said that she heard that voice calling for Vache again.
And then Paimon was somehow able to hear the voice this time around too.
Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then?
So the ability to hear voices like that has to do with one's sensitivity to the Hydra element. So yeah. So we probably hear it because we had like the resonance to the Hydra element, but Paimon earlier didn't have that, so she didn't hear it. But since she drank the seawater, she was able to hear it then.
Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to Hydra when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That's an interesting part.
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
Yeah, person named Vache.
Oh, that is important.
Probably worth checking it out, or like at least figuring it out to see if there's any connection between whoever this Vache person is and the Oceanid. And the case and all the rest of that stuff.
Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene.
Yeah.
But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened?
Yeah, we should probably at least look for him.
Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate.
Yeah, okay, we have her as a partner again.
Oh!
Yay!
You mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right?
Guess
And
so.
besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Yeah, okay, sure.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di
No,
Rosula,
not
after
Paimon.
all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you.
Nice, make them nice, please.
Also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
As long as you can fill Paimon's stomach, I think we're good.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Yeah, best girl. Yeah, sure. Agree to disagree here. Oh. Alright. Well, that was a fun little cutscene there. Where are we off to next? Over here. Yay, we get to sleep! I thought we were gonna go talk to Farina. What happened to that? Just like, because we ended up passing out and just like battling a bunch of robots. Not that we weren't unconscious for that, but... Oh, there we go.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
And make sure that no one drops more of the seawater on your head,
I've
or
been
whatever.
keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Good.
Very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Okay.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, Traveler.
Are we just gonna have, like, multiple things of people trying to attack us now? Are we down here, or where are we going? What, now it wants me to go into the middle? What the heck? What's down here? Looks like sewage pipes. Okay, I guess we'll go. Is this gonna be where my last waypoint is? Like, I couldn't find this one before.
Follow the wind.
Where? Eh? Oh, lovely. We're in the sewers. Great. Yeah, it looks like that last waypoint's down here. What are these children doing down here? Hello? Why are you in the sewers? There's a lot of people down here. What the heck? Cat. Cat. Hi. It's so cute. Okay. Oh, there it is. Evangelion? I haven't seen that one. I think it's on my list, but it's pretty far down the list, to be quite honest. Here we go. Yay! I think that's like our last waypoint. It's not? Hold on. Looks like it. Yay! We've officially unlocked all of the current Fontaine waypoints. The kids seem suspicious? Which ones? The ones that were over there? Damn. This kind of reminds me of like the underground area in, what's it called? In Arcane. It kind of gives that feel here. That's a unique design. Where are we going? Over here. There he is. I'm coming. Oh, there we go.
So, this is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Multiple life sentences? What the heck? Like, I mean, every region we go to, we're always in trouble for something, so it's fitting, you know? It's very fitting here, so I think I fit. This is my area down here.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, so much for my expectations. Yeah, okay.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately.
Yeah, she was counting her change earlier.
After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
And you treated us to lunch with that?
Sounds like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
Fair.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Okay, it'll take time, Navia.
Your father, he was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right?
Paimon?
How
No.
did he...
She's so optimistic. Yeah, she is. I'm like, I don't feel like we shouldn't be bringing this topic up right now here.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
Okay.
No. I'll explain it myself.
okay.
I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand.
Okay.
My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets.
I haven't heard that before, but okay, go on.
3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend.
Ooh.
But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Why has Fontaine just been horribly depressing the entire time?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up.
Okay.
At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena.
It seems too sketchy. I'm like, Was he innocent in that case? Or, like, he just didn't want to admit his guilt or something?
3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that.
I don't either.
How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself.
Yeah, that does seem really odd.
The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the Serial Disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, that's not good.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
I get the feeling, well, I'm curious to know if, like, one of us is going to be trying to set up for that now.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records.
Why did they think that he was the one who murdered whoever it was, though? Like, what was the evidence for that?
However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something.
Okay.
I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth.
But if her dad's friend was Steve, wouldn't that make me her dad in that case? Because I killed Steve.
If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me.
Again, rip Steve. Rest in peace.
And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Everyone's got a really sad backstory here in Fontaine. Okay, I guess in Genshin, period, but that's another story here.
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
Oh yeah, they think the dad did it. Okay, so we'll just say that whoever killed the friend, Steve, I plead the fifth. That's all.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle.
Okay.
Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful.
Yeah, for the region that's supposed to be about justice, it doesn't feel like it really follows that as much as it should.
Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
You see, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, wouldn't there be people to, like, stand up for him? That's the
No.
case?
Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama.
Ugh.
It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
That's just fucked, man.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
Yeah, if he's innocent, like, rip, we're gonna go help him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
Oh, shit. That's what the heavy air was from earlier. So she killed her dad then. Eee, that's bad. That's really bad.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him?
Yeah, no wonder that was very strained.
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Definitely not.
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena,
She probably didn't have a choice then.
there was only ever one choice she could have made.
God, that's so bad.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Yeah, and I don't blame you.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Do you know how she feels, bro?
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety.
Oh, so he was fully prepared to die then. My god.
Yes, that is our understanding as well.
But then I'm like, why though? Like, I'm trying to think, cause like, he could have just gone to trial, or like if he wasn't the one who did it, or like he could have backed out of the duel, or any of those things, but then he didn't. So like, I'm thinking if he was innocent, maybe there was something that, or like whoever was framing him, maybe made it so that he had to do the duel and like maybe die in the ring or something, because he said that they was investigating whatever the disappearance case was. So that just sounds like a whole like web of stuff going on there.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end.
It's okay.
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah. Paimon's beat.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
Okay. Alright, are they gonna let me see the room, or am I just gonna like time skip from here? We got the time skip. Okay.
Paimon slept so well. This place feels almost too safe.
Yeah, famous last words, Paimon.
Huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Okay.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back.
Nah.
But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Okay.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
Oh, what? Did she not?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Girl, you gotta sleep.
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Guess not.
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It
What?
doesn't seem to have a match anywhere.
What?
I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
And like, can we dig up information about this?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to.
Oh,
And
okay.
that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Navia.
Ah.
A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept.
So are we gonna have to talk to Nicolette?
If the Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
Okay, so that's a plan.
So Nervalette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you.
Childe. I saw a child like pass by in the corner. Oh, yeah, okay.
In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we?
Okay, let's go talk to Nicolette. What? You want to?
Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
I wouldn't be surprised if she was, but I don't think that's it.
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Do you not like him? Or does he not like you or something? Suspicious. Alright, well, where are we going? Probably gonna be up here, yeah? Alright.
Palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried, pulling a little bit for Linny's weapon. I've had no such luck so far. Also, because I haven't pulled on the weapon banner for a while, and I realized, yeah, see, it was March the last time I pulled on the weapon banner. So I've got, like, 3 pity right now, which is... could be a lot better. But we'll probably not be getting his weapon this time around. Alright, let's That being said, let's continue. Had to go off on a tangent for a second. Right there. Here we go. Here we go. There. Oh. Knock knock. Nicolette. Oh, where are we pointing?
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Okay.
This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Nervalet's files are really secure.
Yep.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Oh, you're being salty.
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
Well, that didn't go so well.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep, Paimon can tell.
Is that what you were trying to get out?
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
All right.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Yep.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
Yay, can we go talk to Nicolette?
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Okay.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Yes. 100%.
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
Yeah, anyone who says you can trust us, I immediately don't trust.
All right then, I'll let you through. The
Okay.
Chief Justice is just inside.
Okay then.
Thanks so much.
I mean, it worked, so I guess we'll go talk to him. Hello?
Please come in.
Hi. Nice to see you. Hi.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
Oh, Paimon. He's like, you're a little bit too honest here.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
Okay.
So you're not mad at us?
He's oddly one of the chillest characters I've seen in Fontaine so far. Given that most of them have seemed particularly eccentric, I don't know how much that says, so.
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the Serial Disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Okay.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Thank you. Alright.
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk to?
Yeah, he's very chill. Like the exact opposite of Farina. An interesting balance between the two of them. Oh.
Unfortunately,
Oh no.
I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years.
What?
There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Okay. Yeah, what does that leave us at?
Trevor, what if it was really just a dream?
I highly doubt that.
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
You're like eager to leave.
Ahem.
You waiting for something? What? What?
Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel.
What about what's happening?
Your father, Callus, was
Oh.
a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
So, does she have some issue with Nicolette as well as Clorin?
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Uh,
Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should.
There's a lot of awkward situations between Navia and other characters, but like, she's getting a bit aggressive here. Like,
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort.
oh.
You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead.
Again, I don't think that your dad didn't seem like one to go and like change his mind on that point, because he already assumed he was gonna die.
In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear.
Ugh.
If you truly regret my father's death,
No,
then
stop
why
crying.
did you call a stop to the duel?
Bruh, they have her actually crying in this. That's so mean.
Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all?
Ah.
Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything.
This is so bad. It's so awful. Oh my
There are
god.
still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
Oh god. No. Oh, we can't even look at her. No.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
This is awful. It's like heart-wrenching. What the heck?
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone.
Girl, okay.
It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice.
Isn't that like a thing that he should have as being Chief Justice though? Like he's gotta be very impartial.
My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay. I feel like I got in the middle of like a friend's argument with her parent or something. Awkward.
Navia, are you okay?
You good? Oh, why is it raining?
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
Oh, okay.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now, I heard a theory that like they said like that the Hydro Dragon like with whenever Fremine was saying that he sings that song like Hydro Dragon stop like don't cry. I heard like some theories that or some rumors that Neuvillette is like supposedly like the Hydro Dragon or something like that. So like whenever he cries it rains. It's kind of sad, but it's weirdly funny to think about.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
Oh, no.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Was he outside when it happened?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene?
I don't know.
That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value.
There's something you didn't know at the time.
Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
Oh.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then got washed away with the rain?
Huh?
Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
Oh, yeah.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier?
To be fair, you went through a really difficult situation, so I'm not surprised.
All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
And maybe we'll
Do
find
you wanna
something
go
about
with me now?
Vache.
Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
Let's go now.
Great. Let's go then.
Yay. Jeez, there's so many things that can just going on in this case. Oh, what the? Oh, we got teleported over here. Hello. So we're headed over in this direction. Where are we on the map? Oh. Okay. Oh, so no, I did try out both of these new bosses, so this one and this one over here. God, this one is so hard. I hate this one. I think my Scaramouche almost died like multiple times from being frozen. But I don't appreciate that one. Good thing I'm pretty sure Linny uses this fire crab down here, so I don't think I'll have to deal with that other one for now. Cross my fingers, knock on wood. Okay. Now let's continue. Are we going down here or where are we going? Hold up. Are we supposed to be down here? Oh, looks like it. Okay.
Whoa, what a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
Ooh. Yeah.
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters.
In the ship?
My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I like it.
Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past.
Paimon, come
I was
on.
confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers.
My God.
But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
It is really nice, though.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home.
Fair enough. All right.
Time to
Gotta
go.
go over to the ship. How do we get over there? We can. I think we can go from over here. Yeah. Wait. Oh. Not that one. It's from this side? There we go. It's like a maze in here.
Time to go.
Up we go. Oh, here's the next one. I mentioned it before, but I feel like I'm in Sumeru again. Like how confusing the different areas are. I don't think I've been down here yet, actually. Oh, there he is.
Melus, we're back!
Hello.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners.
I'm Elise.
You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Melus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
And could the mastermind be the same person? But then the other, what's his name? The one who died, Mr. Cowell, right? Was the assistant who died? But then...
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson.
Okay.
At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait!
Psychedelic?
That guard guy who turned into water also mentioned that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea.
Okay.
If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance.
Yeah, that certainly sounds like some kind of drug or something.
As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Fair.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation.
Okay.
Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant.
Okay, so
The
an
man's
inside
name
job.
was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse.
Oh.
That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food.
Is Jacques the one that got killed?
But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
What? The heck?
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
I mean, we think so.
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene.
Oh. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, could have belonged to someone who got dissolved.
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet.
Instead, it could be someone who dissolved.
But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired.
Mm-hmm. So, was Jacques like hit with both shots or just one? Went to an argument.
You're right.
But...
We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
This kind of reminds me of one of the cases that was in the Ace Attorney series. The one with like Edgeworth and his father and like what happened to his father. Like with the whole 2 gunshots thing.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning.
Mm-hmm.
I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth.
Okay.
On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning.
Oh.
Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives.
At this point, though, someone's already after Navia and the Traveler, so it's kind of, isn't it kind of late for that?
There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
You act like she's not stubborn, gonna just keep going with it.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself.
Mm-hmm.
Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth
is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly?
Probably not.
I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now.
Yep.
I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Navia.
Oh.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, Demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
Ooh, was he questioning her for her resolve?
So you do know something else, Malus.
Oh.
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the Serial Disappearances case.
Oh.
But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, Demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
Oh, shit. Well, that just got really ominous.
What?
Okay. Yee.
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live.
What the hell?
And the Serial Disappearances case caused him great anxiety.
What?
5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you.
My God.
Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina di Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public.
Damn.
If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right. So nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
So he used a bluff?
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss.
Oh.
To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful were still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
Sad. Bro, this is just making it hard on even worse for Navia.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
Oh my God.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, Demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
It's like, this is really sad, but like, it's a good resolve moment for her.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight?
Apparently not.
No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him.
She's like crying every few like scenes
Is
now.
that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now?
He gave you the choice, yeah.
Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out.
He actually kind of gave you more of a desire to figure it out.
Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where Synth is produced. Essentially, it It's the enemy's headquarters.
Well, that's definitely good information.
When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Okay, so it wasn't a bluff. So he had actual information?
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
Paimon, come on.
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war.
Yeah, it's also true.
The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
That's a fair point.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
I don't know if they're gonna do anything about it. Hello, welcome.
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Yeah, at this point it could be corrupt.
Huh. That's true. Seems my father really had no choice.
Man, the Fontaine story just like beating Navia down. It's awful.
But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the Disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Maloose.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will.
A damn good butler.
I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
And it's finally time.
Thank you for all of that, Maloose. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here.
Okay.
When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors.
Like an idea. What if, what's his name? Silver? The other bodyguard dude? What if he's the informant? Because, like, if we think about it, when they put the water in her drink at the other place, like, how were they gonna know that, like, I mean, maybe she was followed, but, like, how were they gonna know what she ordered and how were they able to put it in there? And also, like, how did they know where she was or where they were going? So, I feel like maybe it's at least someone close, if it's not Silver.
If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people.
Alright.
The first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Alright.
Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture this whole time.
Yeah, that could make sense.
There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Okay.
Uncle Marcel.
On what?
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In
Okay.
the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Sounds
Yes,
like it.
You can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
That's a fair point, yeah.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards.
Okay, so I guess it's not Silver, then.
Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities.
Alright.
Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
That's kind of suspicious.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly.
Yeah.
To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too hard to believe.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
They haven't been found out by now, yeah.
Thank you, Malus. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty.
Oh, thank you nonetheless.
And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Yeah, it'd probably be a good idea to at least check it out.
Oh, thank you so much, Malus. You really are the best.
Yeah, we got MVP right over here, Malus.
A new case awaits, my dear partner.
Let's go.
I hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
Yes, let's go. Oh. I have another case, I see. Well, we got into the case quite quickly this time around. But let's go ahead. Where's the area we're going? Okay, we're gonna go visit his family. Which is, oh, hold up. If I don't fall all the way down to the ground, I guess we'll have to go across the bridges. Alright, we'll do it the proper way and walk around. Where am I going? It's over there. There's the bridge. Is there a way up from down there? I assume there should be. There is. Oh. There it is. I found it.
Time to go.
Alright. Where's the... There they are. Hi!
It is settled, then. Please excuse me, and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Just a quick chat. Her child looks like she hates us. Aggressive? Okay.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
Let's leave her be.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support. I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
Aww.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
Oh, aggressive child.
I didn't know how to face you, because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you, and to all of us.
I feel like the child believes that that Navia's dad killed hers. Yeah, I'm getting that feeling.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
More or less?
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything.
Yikes, that's a big downfall there.
So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out About his betrayal?
Oh.
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before
Okay.
he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us.
Wait, what? What?
I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to.
Okay, so then originally it was Shock who meant to kill her dad?
Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callus had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away.
I'm like so confused now.
Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
You know, your child seems to hate her quite a bit, though.
Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons.
I call that wishful thinking, but okay, I digress.
Regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword, he must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh.
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find the truth. The current state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
Aww.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
That's nice. Oh, there we go. Testimony. Okay, yeah, so that's the question. Was he trying to kill him, or was it in self-defense? Or... There's a lot of things that it could be right now. Alright,
Are you okay, Navia?
Oh.
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next.
Alright.
Florence should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
So, are we
get myself together on the way.
Are we taking someone to court then?
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
Hi.
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside, and we found some clothes left at the scene. After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case.
Any comments?
Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callus was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after?
Alright.
My first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callus was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
Thanks.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed.
Right.
The guards said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation.
It hit somebody, and then... I wonder if it, like, maybe it hit somebody, and then they shot, in retaliation, maybe they shot Jacques and then turned themselves into water so that proof that either they were shot or that they were there would be gone?
Reason being, Mr. Callus had left his gun on the table.
Oh.
I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene.
So, yeah, so then he had no intention of shooting anyone. The person who brought the gun was Jacques.
But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
Possible.
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys?
Probably.
But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why didn't he share the truth with any of us? He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
That's a good question, because I don't really understand the reason why he would, besides maybe the fact that he was trying to protect his daughter, but...
About that, Malus told me a thing or two. So
oh, yeah.
I think I can understand why he committed to the duel.
Yeah, just to make sure that he, that she would stay safe.
I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then I'll leave Mr. Callus's honor in your hands, boss. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented. Many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callus, even after so many years have passed.
Oh.
But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today. No matter what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect the most. And he'll always be my boss.
Yeah, you're very dedicated here.
Don't worry. I will definitely find the truth. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Now, I want to say that he seems trustworthy, but who knows if he's just a good actor, so I won't come to any conclusions just yet. Alright, who's our next person? Oh, next person's all the way over here. Okay then. Oh wow. It's the guard dude.
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
And then she almost got turned into water.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
I get an off vibe from you.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson.
Uh-huh.
Callus did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city.
He seems, I don't know, I don't like this dude.
Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two friends of yours? You, here for some formal business?
You could call it that.
Yes. These two are my partners. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it.
I'm sure you were. This is making me think, I'm like, because the one who got dissolved in the case, or in Linny's case, was also a guard, so I'm like, Maybe they've infiltrated a lot of the guard sections?
If you want to go through the original files from your father's case, I can help you look for them.
How about no?
That'd be much appreciated.
No.
Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Yeah, that makes him more suspicious.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
Girl, you're making this a little too obvious.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex.
Alright.
Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret.
But you know the process, then?
So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
Okay.
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia.
I'm trying to stay optimistic about this dude. Like, there's a lot of things that I feel like are making him suspicious, but I won't say he's guilty yet.
Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation.
Okay.
I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so just come find me if you need any support from the guards.
Okay. Yeah, I won't. Okay, I won't make too many comments on this quite yet. Where are we at? Oh, this one's a little bit far. Let's teleport here first. Yeah, I'm trying to think about all the stuff that we've come into contact with so far. So, like, it definitely seems like there was a third person. But either, like, if there's someone who was, like, of the three who planned it, of the ones that we have, like, as suspects, or if it's, like, another random person that we don't know, that's also a possibility. Oh, what's this?
Hello. How may I help you?
Hi, where's our
I'm
last
here
guy?
to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him.
Knock knock.
Sure. I will let him know right away.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Hi.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Yeah, the water dissolving.
You were at the Opera House too?
Oh.
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery?
Who knew, huh?
I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive.
You witnessed it, okay.
To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Why'd you say exploits like that?
Doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
You're already the talk, like, Venti talks about you, what do you mean?
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Yeah, a little bit too much.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
You jumped to that conclusion real fast.
Exactly.
I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
So the biggest ones for me right now is this guy and the guard. Because he was in he was at the show, the magic show, so he was there. He watched myself and Navia take care of it. And then he tried to get me and Navia to drink the water. Plus, he already kind of brought up the topic about the dissolving in water thing, which is a little fast.
Oh, you're giving us too much credit. Wasn't it you who protected us?
Yeah, true.
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If you're scared, you can always return there.
I don't like you. You're weird.
If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabriere will use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory.
Convenient.
The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests.
Oh, the Confrérie was also responsible for the banquet.
Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
A gunshot?
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask around some more, see if there are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Okay.
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
Again, I'm trying not to read too much into this. Okay. Seems his explanations seem too convenient or slightly spotty. Where am I going? Am I going up here? So now that guy has jumped up to number 1 to me, and then the guard, and then the last guy.
Time to go.
Okay, then. A lot of ways that this could go.
We've talked to all 3 suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I beg to differ.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years. Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find.
Alright.
But where should we start?
Yeah, his motive.
You're right! Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance. That makes sense.
So it was probably Shock's gun. But then the question of where the first gunshot went, and either he missed or he hit someone else, and then Callus picked up the gun, and then I'm not sure why he ended up shooting Jacques.
According to Jacques' family members,
If he did.
he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that day.
Okay, so he knew.
If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
If I was Jacques, wouldn't have fired the shot at all. Yeah.
And why is that?
Yeah, because he can't guarantee either his safety or the family's safety in that case.
Ooh, that's
He was in
a
the
good
middle of the
point.
banquet.
Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
Huh. So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the order and seek protection from my father.
Yeah, whoever this third person was is who messed it up.
Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory. Besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a bit as well. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
They really want to get rid of you.
Do you think
Navia.
he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the 3 suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
What was the name of the last one? Was it Marcel? I feel like it was Marcel. He has the money and even said that he can use the Mora to help her. I don't know. I feel like it's Marcel.
Uncle Marcel? My father did really trust him. And they worked together on a large number of projects. Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques. And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. Still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of Mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
So no? Really? Well, that's the thing, it's like, I didn't find this guy suspicious, but he's the only one who would kind of... Wait, because the guard guy mentioned something about getting good pay. I could be totally reading into this, so let me check this guy first.
Thierry, you say? Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha. I also don't think he'd be able to keep that kind of tampering under wraps.
Yeah. Had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory.
Okay,
if
so
the
no.
mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Really? Again, I guess that maybe I was looking too far into this.
Florent? It is true that he was closest to my father, and thus had the best chance of learning about his dealings with Jacques. But as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security, so he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
So you're saying he's too broke to afford a mecha army?
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch a whole group so quickly.
What if they all work together?
Who could it be?
None of them or all of them? Ah, okay. Alright, so let's think about this here. Oh. Something we didn't investigate? Alright, maybe we'll figure that out later. Irrelevant. So it would at least have to be someone who has enough money. I feel like it was Marcel. Just because he has the money to be able to buy all of those. And also the whole thing, his recollection of the events is foggy, and he was also there at the case with Linny, and as well as he's the leader of the group that planned the banquet. There's too many things that I feel like point to him in comparison to the rest of them. I could still be wrong, but I'm gonna go with my gut for right now and say that it's Marcel.
You know, if you think everything through,
okay,
Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Okay.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these 3, did he?
Yeah.
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When he laid out his case for the 3, the rationale he gave me made a lot of sense as well. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight.
Yeah, in that case, I can only think of Marcel.
Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Yeah, that's bad.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Oh yeah, the base.
Yes. Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now.
Oh,
We
okay.
need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are.
What?
Oh, I've been looking for you.
Hi.
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
What's going on?
News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
What?
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
For fuck's sake. He's back. Alright.
What? Is that someone you know?
Kinda.
Yeah, we know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the Serial Disappearances case.
What?
It's absurd, don't you think?
Yeah.
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came to tell you the news right away. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
They're trying to cut off the investigations.
Right. Because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
Goody.
I understand. Well, partner, what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive evidence.
Probably at least check out what's going on there. Let's split up.
Huh?
Yeah, okay.
Split up? What do you mean?
Okay, so I guess we're going to...
Just as expected of my partner.
We're gonna go storm the place.
Since this is a trial about the Serial Disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open.
Nice.
You're right. This is our best opportunity. All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit.
Alright.
I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
Got it. Alright.
Help you, just like you helped us in Lenny's trial.
Let's go.
Mademoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malus, Silver. When did you two get here?
I know.
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance.
Of course.
It's our hope that your confidence will be bolstered with the two of us by your side.
Best bodyguards right here.
Thank
Bodyguards.
you so much.
Slash
Then,
butlers.
let's make haste for Irenaeus. Paimon, Traveler, I'll see you at the Opera House.
Alright, sounds good. Let's go storm the place. Alright, where exactly are we headed
Now
off
that
to?
Navia has set out for Irenaeus,
Oh.
we should also get going.
Oh, we're already here. Nice.
The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
Is it right here? Entrance to... Oh, it's gonna be in the water. Alright.
According to Malus's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance.
Well, it looks like we'll be able to do some underwater exploration for the quest. God, it is so pretty underwater. Look at that. It's so bright. I'm just like marveling at the how pretty it is underwater right now. No, wait, where am I going? I'm going over here, I think. I'm like losing track of the direction. There it is. Oh.
Finally found it. Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't want it to look like, look, it's a base.
You're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
Alright, we better be quick then. Oh. What's happening? Hello?
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the Serial Disappearances case?
Assuming he's gonna say no.
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of.
Oh, okay.
However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right?
Of course, Childe would.
In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right?
Childe, no.
I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received.
Oh my god.
When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Oh my god.
Hey, don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Wouldn't you make that think that he's not the culprit?
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
This is the only time that I appreciate Childe because he's shutting Farina up.
No. That's not what I meant.
Okay, sit down then.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the Serial Disappearances case.
Yeah, what's the evidence on him?
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
Girl, shush.
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Yikes.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics?
Nope.
We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the Serial Disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway. So I'll take you up on that offer.
My guy, please.
So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
Just like take a seat and shish for a
second.
second.
You may take a seat for now in the audience. That doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted.
Okay. There he goes.
Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
What? I gotta pick it? This one. Right?
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabriere.
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
Oh, shush.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Yeah.
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
They all treating this like it's a game or a show.
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Oh boy.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
Okay. We better be quick.
Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful.
Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the Serial Disappearances case.
Meanwhile, what am I doing?
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
Yeah, but you organized it.
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Uh-huh, you would.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
Yes, buy more time. Good girl.
In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Okay. Oh, okay. We gotta do this.
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Okay.
During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound.
All right.
The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarande in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries.
Alright.
These are the known facts about the case.
Alright, so...
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene.
Okay.
Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Okay, here we go. So, how many things are there to fix? Oh, that's a lot. Oh, okay. Alright, so there's 4. Here we go. What do we have? In a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie. Okay. Hey, Rusula. So, that's the analysis. What's the other? That's the clothing of the unknown person. Ah. Okay, so he didn't bring a gun with him. Existence of a third person. So this one. Yeah, because Kyle's holding a gun. Okay, so would probably be this one? Never mind.
Something's not right.
Oops.
Let me think for...
Okay. What's the highlighted section on? Did not bring a gun with him. Moreover, details of the case point towards the possible existence of a third person on the scene. Okay. Self-defense or... So would it be this one because it's talking about the third person, or would it be... I feel like it's one of these two. I'll try this one. If it's not, we'll try the other one. Okay,
this
there we go.
Assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Oh. Ah, okay. So the intention was to kill both of them. Or to kill Callus. Okay. So we had attending guests heard 2 gunshots, and then Callus heard the motive to kill. Didn't really have the motive because he didn't have the gun, or would it be this one? I think it's this one. Alright.
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, In the end, he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another assassin.
Alright. There we go. That leaves 2 more, yeah? So, let's see. As a result, they concluded that the first shot must have missed, and the second took his life. Alright. No, I don't think it's gonna be that one. But the only other one was this one. Let me see. Callus did not carry a gun with him. Carry a gun, and the other one was the first shot must have missed. So maybe it's this one then, because he didn't have a gun on him. Nope.
Something's not right.
What does that leave me with? First shot must have missed, second must have taken his life. Okay. This one, because it dissolved someone?
A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
Oh.
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
Oh, so that's okay, great. So now there's gonna be ones that are like misleading in this. That's great. Alright, nonetheless, we got that one. After a couple tries. Alright, progress, nice. Here we go.
Ah, so that's what happened.
Meanwhile, I'm still twiddling my thumbs out somewhere.
Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
You're smart.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine 2 things.
Okay.
1, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
Marina, take a seat and go away.
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home!
Or you could be quiet.
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the Serial Disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
Smart.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Good for you.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
She's very agreeable.
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
Good for her, she should be.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the Serial Disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice.
Yeah,
What
that's
was
true.
certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the Serial Disappearances case.
What?
Yep.
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives.
Yeah, so he kept the secret to protect the rest of them.
Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist.
I mean, she's making it known why she doesn't like them.
But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
Yep, from what we've heard, that's what he was expecting.
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
We have statements.
Of course.
Yep.
All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand.
Hi. Yeah, give us your statement, girly.
I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake.
Just tell the truth.
Since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yes, I did.
There it is.
As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted.
You need therapy, girl.
Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die.
Oof.
I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Yep, there it is. Oh, that's just so harsh on Navia.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I thank you, Farina.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the Serial Disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Shish.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the Serial Disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots.
Okay.
And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified.
Yeah, that's also true. And the only one of the 3 that was listed who was there at the time was the uncle.
The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No, don't use that. Don't use that tactic. Shush.
No need to appeal to pathos.
Thank you.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
How?
Know what she can say to that.
Uh-oh.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, Who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter?
God, his wording is irritating me.
But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah, well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson.
No.
Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
You're getting aggressive.
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain.
Okay.
In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage.
Okay.
But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Okay, that just like rips a gaping hole there.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
This dude got super aggressive.
Seems like she got the wrong guy.
Ugh.
At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
Okay.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now?
No, don't. You shush.
He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
Bruh, this guy's an asshole right now.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth. While that same agency has long been taken from them, the people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice.
Like, is it just me, or like, is the justice region has a lot of injustice here?
Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Oh! He knows! He knows! Oh shit.
Oh, so you do know that name.
Okay.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
Oddly convenient.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Haha. Nice job. So he knows, he's definitely connected. Oh. Meanwhile, here we are. Alright. Here's the base. Right. What is this? Party set? Oh. It's a door of resurrection. Never mind, this is fine. Alright, let's go. I know.
Time to go.
I haven't seen these before.
Illusion shattered. Go.
Or maybe I've seen them somewhere, I just don't remember. My fingers are frozen. I haven't fought during like this entire thing. Okay. Here we go. What is this?
Whoa.
Oh.
The floor is going up.
It's a giant elevator.
Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That
Wow.
guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
There we go. There's a chest over here. Is there anywhere else to go? Guess not. I'm gonna grab this chest really quick though. Alright. Gonna walk around with my Kaza.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Like down here or? I guess we'll just have to come down here, huh? Anything underwater, maybe? Mechanism to take us up. Ah, there we go. Let's go. I will gladly take your power. That's the only power I can take. Okay, that's fine. This one. Ah. Up here? Aha, there it is. Like, that is it. Oh. Ah. Yes, this is what we needed. Da-da-da. Progress. Oh, I don't think it's all the way up yet. We're gonna have to find more.
Rising. Now we can swim to the top.
Oh, can we?
But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
The next place is probably over here, huh? Let's go. Ah, there we go.
Time to go.
There we go. Here's the next one. Hello.
Fallen leaves adorn my.
Go away.
There is no escape.
Life goes on.
Get this done quickly. Come on, Navia's buying us time. Oh, there's still more.
Go the ship down.
Into the wind.
Oh. Come on, come on. Ah, there we go. Alright, there's that. Is this the other one? There we go. Come on, move the water up. You almost there? Did we get there? I did a thing. Nice. Did that get us up to the top?
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
Wait, where am I going? Let's go. Yay! Nice. We made it all the way. Alright. Come on. Down here, I suppose.
Follow the wind.
This is these areas are so pretty. I'm still just marveling at the at the Fontaine stuff. We almost there? Oh. Yeah, we can swim now. Hold up, I'm gonna go back just to show it off. We going in through this way? No, okay. Or am I already fell, never mind. I guess I'll find another time to show that. Here we go. Over we go. Yeah, those don't look friendly. Hi.
The wind knows it. As one with wind and cloud.
Illusion shattered.
Alright.
Time for a light show.
Come on. My fingers are still frozen from when we were in court. Ah! That was rude. How dare you?
One with nature.
Come on.
Sacred name.
GG.
Fortune preserve.
Shine down.
Ah! Yeah, this thing is still not friendly. It's a little slow. It's okay. Alright. It's the time lag. I'll get used to it. Alright. Alright, did we make it?
Oh. After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as
Nice.
expected, the mastermind isn't here.
Yeah, if we've got the right person, he should be on trial right now.
That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia.
Yes. Let's find anything that we can use. Come on. Something over here maybe?
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research.
Anything with the water?
Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough.
Okay.
The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved.
Oh god. That's a lot of people. Paimon, please.
Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just that Paimon's never read something so scary before.
I'm sure you have.
How could someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone?
Again, remember who we're dealing with here, Paimon.
You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
Okay. All of the research save his lover, a woman. Wait. So the woman called Venier. What if the Oceanid that we saw is Venier and Vache is that guy, is the uncle? Or whoever this researcher is.
So that's why he did all of these experiments.
Did he like change his name?
Did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
Vache, there's the name.
Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the Serial Disappearances case.
What if, because he said that he was from Snezhnaya, right? What if his name in Snezhnaya, like his birth name was Vache, and then he changed it right before he got here? Or something?
You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments?
Yeah, probably.
So that's it! Vache was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water?
So he's experimenting on people to try and get his lover back?
In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
Eee, that's bad. Okay, well there's that one. What else do we have? There's this one.
Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea.
A lot.
Mixing in progress. Ready to drink. Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled.
Huh.
Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth?
Yeah, let's not touch that. This is where they produce the synth though.
It's super obvious.
Alright. Is there anything else to grab from over here? I don't think so. I think I saw something shining over here. Oh, there's this one. What's here?
Look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water!
Oh, that's the water.
That means this is where they make all the synth! And that special water is the main ingredient!
They have like a full pool of it there.
If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth! But the pure stuff can dissolve a human!
Yikes.
Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence!
You'd think they'd have some like mistakes of accidentally touching the water a couple times while making it. Wow. Alright. That leaves this one, I think, looks like the last one.
What's written here? Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes!
Yay, Detective Paimon. Who was scared of everything. And is all human. You probably missed a lot of stuff. There's a lot going on in Fontaine here.
Callus. Navia's father.
Oh.
Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him.
It's probably related to their case, yeah.
Yep. It's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it.
Okay, so the theory was right then.
This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Anything else?
We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand.
Yeah, good luck with the update. There's a lot to get through.
He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely.
Yeah, so the intent was to get rid of him. I mean, not soon. Yeah, unless you got a lot of time set aside, it's gonna take you a while.
I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia.
Oy.
Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
Yikes. Yeah, they planned that.
They're all just so evil.
Mm-hmm. Alright, okay. So that's the proof of the third party. Okay, I guess there's something else. What else? This one? What's this one? Miscellaneous objects.
What's all this? Aw, it's a bunch of really cute things.
Paimon, please.
Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
Those are all very girly things. It's a name.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? You mean the girls from the Serial Disappearances? They were brought here?
Why, though?
And then they were turned into water.
Oh, so they were brought here and then they were turned into water while they were being tested on.
And all the boxes of things. These names. That means... Oh, this is terrible.
That's how many people were dissolved. Oh my god. Yikes.
We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our
Horror story.
But
yeah, who's Vache?
we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago.
Yeah.
That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit.
Oh, clever but not clever enough. Okay, maybe there's something still left.
Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
Okay. We gotta find... There's something you missed then. Clues related to Vache. Are we going back and looking at the same stuff again, or what's... This thing? Anything in here?
That side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure.
Okay. Come on. Anything? Time skip.
Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
You always think about your stomach, Paimon. Oh, wait, we found something?
Oh, really?
Is it this diary thing? Aha. What's in it?
Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name?
Yeah.
Then you found her diary. Let's see.
Okay.
Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. She was so sweet, too. Oh, Paimon feels even worse for her now.
Made a list of baby names? That just makes me sad. Paimon's being at work. I won't deny that I have like a couple of snacks now and then, but like, come on, Paimon. It's like 50% of her thoughts. I can't read that.
So many. A whole page's worth. But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them?
I guess.
The final name she decided on was...
Watch it be Marcel.
Marcel.
I knew it! Yes! Okay, that's our proof.
Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vinier's grown son?
I think he is... Marcel is Vache.
Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
Yeah, detective, I've been lost this entire case. It was worse during Linny's case, let's be quite honest here. Okay, we gotta run back over there. Come on.
And whose image do you see, Marcel?
We're back at the very climax part right here.
Is it a man named Vache?
Aha.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
Or your old name, perhaps?
I was waiting for you to say that.
Yes! We made it!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Aha!
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
Sorry, Nivelette.
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
Yep. Let me present it. Okay, say you've never heard of Vache. Wait, what's it? Is this the one? Yeah, Lady Veneer records many stories with her lover Vache, and the one they settled on was Marcel. So probably this one. I think, yes.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
We're talking! We're talking, guys! Lumine had a voice line!
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything! After your lover, Veneer, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you!
We like rarely talk. I feel like I've only ever heard or like MC's voice like twice.
You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache!
Yeah, we couldn't find his name anywhere.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far.
Aha.
And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
Nice.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense.
Aha.
Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong?
Get caught, bitch. Oh.
You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
Get him, girl.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Yes, how dare I call him a bitch? Because he is one. Let's be real.
Or our determination to see things through.
Aha.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
You can't defend yourself anymore, can you?
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
Oh. Is he admitting his guilt?
Attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes?
I don't know. You made everyone else like that. I am really excited. He was driving me nuts. You should have seen him earlier when he was like really insulting Navia and was like calling her a child. I was like, this dude.
No one helped me. No one even believed me.
So you
All
dissolved
those
other
decades
people?
ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vignere's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all.
Indeed, karma. He deserves this.
Well, now you know, don't you?
Bruh.
Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever.
My guy, what the hell?
You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people.
I don't disagree with what he's saying here. It's like the fact that they turned everything like seriously into a whole show instead of being actual cases. So I get where he's coming from here, but like, why you gotta dissolve 20 plus girls to get this point across?
Vignere is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow.
She's actually not dead. She's kind of a consciousness that turned into an oceanid.
But I'm not from this blasted place, so I can't be dissolved. No matter what I do.
Damn, they're making all of their characters cry in Fontaine. Oh, what the?
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Can't dissolve!
Jeez, dude's wacko. Cause it's Hydro. No, cause he's not from Fontaine.
Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow.
Cause he's from
I
Snezhnaya.
can't go where she is. What choice do I have but to try to bring her back?
Or just like rip, go on with your life.
I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me.
So what, you set him up and got him killed?
I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
Jeez. He's whack.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Thank you.
Don't touch me. Don't anybody come near me. I still need to save Vignere. Her promise. We made a promise. Vignere. Vignere.
He's very obsessive.
Please, Vignere. Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
Bruh.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
There it is.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
You just showed up here for the fight, my guy. Get out.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the Serial Disappearances case.
Okay. Yeah, I wish Marcel would be quiet. Like, everybody in Fontaine calls these a show. It's weird. Oy.
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignere. During an underwater expedition, Vignere accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result.
Yikes.
Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignere back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth.
So he probably got a lot of his earnings from the synth.
However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene.
Right.
And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the Serial Disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court.
Nice. Just like connecting his voice actor. Honestly, it could be. I'd have to look that up.
Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the Serial Disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
Took, what, 20 plus years to get that conclusion? Yay!
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher.
Here we go, here we go. Da 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 da. Give us our conclusion.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Guilty. Yes! There we go. Deserved.
Guards! Take Vacher away.
Thanks, Farina.
Good. It's what he deserves.
What now, you care?
With that, the Serial Disappearances case is over now.
Again, took 20 plus years to get to that point.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yeah.
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice!
Just in time.
He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves. Huh? Are you okay?
Navia? Is she good? No.
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
I feel so bad for Navia. She's been through so much.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner.
You're welcome.
See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Aww.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending.
Yes. Why? What's the comment for?
Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Huh?
Please wait just one moment,
Oh.
Mr. Tartaglia.
He's having too much fun. Doesn't look like he will for much longer, though.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
Oh?
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Bruh. You'd only call yourself a side character when it's convenient for yourself. God damn it, child.
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
Yeah.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Okay.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the Serial Disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges.
How did he get suspected in the first place, though?
We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
Oh, what?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is...
Is it gonna say guilty?
Guilty.
Of what? Guilty of what? What?
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent?
The hell?
What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Maybe.
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
What?
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
Is he guilty of something else then? Or like, what is he doing here?
But weren't the charges about the Serial Disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
Shouldn't.
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court.
What?
We must accept the guilty verdict.
I am so confused.
Guards,
What the heck?
please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
I don't think he's gonna like that. But, oh, animation incoming. Oh.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Oh, yeah, he did not like that. Here he comes. Whoop. He's using his delusion. I think we still have his vision. Woo! Damn. Oh. That's not good. Oh, yeah, no. Oh. What?
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Damn. He put him down in half a second. Got a scratch on you though. What the hell? We were fighting that man for 3 stages.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Yeah, I'm kind of lost here.
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court.
I won't deny your I won't deny your statement there. And like, damn, he's really strong.
All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Yeah, none of us really know. I guess we'll have to ask. Yeah, I guess we have to ask Farina.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it!
Oh, you're aggressive.
I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
You're so aggressive right now.
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
Okay, have a good night. Like, damn, she's getting really aggressive though.
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah.
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
I say no, but...
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap?
I don't know. Nobody knows right now.
Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
You were.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, nobody really knows what's going on right now.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement.
Uh-huh, I'm sure.
And, of course, for every performance there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment!
Uh-huh, I'm sure.
If you thought Childe had nothing to do with the Serial Disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence.
She is so full of herself, oh my god.
Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable!
Now, I can't deny some part of that statement, but girl, I don't think this pertains to situation.
Shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict.
Okay, if you insist.
Having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
Bye.
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
Nuvelac calling her out.
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
Probably.
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
Alright.
Alright. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now.
It is Childe though, I'm sure he's fine.
After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff. So he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
Yeah, you'd think. I doubt he thought that he was ever gonna get caught though. Okay. Well, that was an eventful trial. So we figured out the Serial Disappearances case, but at the same time, I don't know what the hell happened with Childe. I think we figured out the Serial Disappearances case. Because maybe it's connected to something. Oh, you.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
What the? What are you
Traveler.
doing?
Hey, traveler!
What do you want?
Marcel, what are you doing over here?
It's a good question.
Stop resisting arrest. Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Okay. Nicolette's watching.
Go on.
What's going on?
Thank you. Thank you.
What do you want?
I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
we talked to someone?
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Well, I did meet her.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it?
Yeah, it was around the fountain.
The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never...
Oh, I'm thinking of something that, like, happened near the beginning of the Fontaine quest, is when, I don't remember who it was, but someone said that all the water eventually goes through that fountain. So then it makes sense that we were able to hear her there, because if she was turned into water, I'm sure parts of her was in the fountain then.
Please, please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Ordinarily I'd say no, but...
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Oh.
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Yeah, he was willing to dissolve himself, so I think he has the... I think he's fully, like, would like to do that.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs?
Humans? What are you then? Are you actually a dragon then?
Very well. I will grant your request.
Okay.
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
Alright.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Alright.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Alright, well... I guess we've got maybe one more thing left to do. Let's go out to the plaza. Is he gonna be able to talk to her, though? He did drink the water while he was in the court, so maybe he still has the sensitivity to it? There you go. Let's see if this works.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, I drank the water from the primordial sea and it heightened the sensitivity.
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
So he should be able to hear her.
Vacher.
There it is.
Ah!
There it is.
Yes, that's it. So you heard it too.
Vinier, it's me! It's me, Vacher.
Vacher? Vacher.
Oh.
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vinier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
I feel kind of bad for him at this point, but like, I know he's super twisted.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
You're gonna pass out. Hello?
Vinier,
Hello? Oh,
is
what
that you? It's me, Vacher! Vinier!
Vacher, why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me.
Oh.
You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
A long time, I'm assuming.
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left.
Oh, God.
All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me.
Yeah, you messed up a bunch of other people's lives.
I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vignier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
I feel like he wasn't really living for that 20 years.
Miss Vacher, if you ask me,
What?
this world would be better off without you.
What?
What are you saying?
What?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day.
What the heck? What's happening?
If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks.
Damn, she's a lot more bitter than I thought.
It's all because of your selfishness, Vacher. It's all because of you.
Oh, God.
Wait, you are not Vignier. Who are you?
You're right.
Who?
I am not Vignier. I am the sacrifices.
What?
Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals, but we became one, just as streams of water come together in the sea.
So all of the dissolved girls are the Oceanid?
I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vignier.
Oh, dude. Jeez.
Why? But then, where is Vignier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her.
Yikes.
But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
I have a point.
I...
You kind of deserve this, my guy. It is rough, though.
You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist.
Damn.
The only thing you are not is Vignier's beloved.
I'm sorry, this is like kind of funny to me. It's like they're like tearing into this guy right now.
From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignier's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
Oof. Oh. That's right.
No. Yeah. She can't hate me. Let me see her. Please. Have mercy.
They're not gonna have mercy on you when you had no mercy on them.
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vignier. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you.
Damn. Harsh, but fair. Honestly, it's very valid.
She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Ooh. There they are. Oh god, oh fuck. I know I mentioned it being like a horror game earlier, but like, damn. It feels like one now. Ooh. Yikes. Oh fucking hell. Oh my god. It's like borderline horror-esque. Oh my god. He died of a massive fright? What? Eee. Well, that was an ending.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
We're able to relax now after saying that? What the hell?
Huh. Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Hi, Navia. Is it like
this weather
traumatized now?
can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
That's nice.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Hi.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
I know Paimon would love it because of the food.
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia. What have you been busy with since the trial?
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the court since then.
Yeah, I'm sure she's probably finishing up clearing up the whole situation on the case.
Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
Aww.
So his name's definitely been cleared
Yay!
now. That's what we like to hear.
We made progress.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
Aw, I'm happy for her.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago.
Yeah, it turned out pretty well.
Oh, by the way,
Knock
I ran
on wood.
into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Who was Charlotte again?
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte?
Oh, her.
From the Steambird?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president
forgot.
of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer.
Ugh.
I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness, Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose.
Okay.
To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since.
That's nice, at
She was
least.
trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the Serial Disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Yep, now it's all solved.
Anyway,
I think.
I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Yes, hype us up.
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with a pen for sure.
Paimon.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clarand out for a meal.
Oh. That's progress.
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
Seems like it. Or
While
work
you
in
were
progress.
investigating Vaché's headquarters, Clarand gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time, so we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Aw, that's good.
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clarand wasn't actually a bad person. It's always good to have more friends.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness.
I get the feeling there's still gonna be some stuff because of the whole thing that happened with Childe, so we're gonna have to figure that out.
Actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
Okay.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this day. That includes me, too.
Bittersweet, in a way.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'll come.
We want to go too. We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
And in that case,
I mean,
everyone,
took-
let's be off. Considering the recent weather, we'll be lucky if we can reach Poisson before dark.
In recent weather, is Nicolette crying again?
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now.
Oh. Hydro Dragon, don't cry. Where's Fremine when you need him?
This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be.
Who? Who is it?
Isn't that Navia? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
Oh. Hi, Nicolette. He's gonna be awkward again.
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize.
Aw.
I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
Point.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
Okay.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Neuvillette.
I would have to agree.
In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives.
Priorities.
Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel.
Oh, I see.
I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival.
Sounds like he changed that idea in Nouvelette's head.
But Mr. Callis proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the Serial Disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day.
Oh.
Mr. Callis made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice.
In a sense, yeah, it's not wrong. It's a real roundabout way of justice, but yeah.
A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callis in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner.
Aww.
This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days.
Is that why it's raining so much?
That high and mighty chair in the Opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
Oh, we love the acknowledgement.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're
I like that was
actually
deserved.
one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
That's a point.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Oh, believe me, we've noticed.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Oops.
So Navia and Neuvillette seem to have made their peace as well.
That's good.
Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done.
Nice. Like, feels like a good ending-ish.
Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon do anything rude there?
You're not supposed to fly. Yes, how dare you, Paimon?
Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly.
Walk? Stand?
Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad.
Look at how happy. Traveler's so happy she bought it.
Anyway, Neuvillette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Neuvillette, we're on the way. Hello.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see.
Kind of invited us.
Then is there something that I can help you with?
I'd like to know what the hell's going on with Childe.
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this since you're usually super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh. We get to ask him about the sibling? Okay. But yeah, let's ask about the water first.
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea, but what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
It happened to be the same water?
Huh. So it really was where everything began. It makes sense to call it primordial then.
Yep.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Wonder if we can go back down to that cave and check it out or something.
So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But if that's the case, then why would people, at least people from Fontaine, dissolve in that kind of water?
Yeah, what's the reason that only Fontaine people dissolve in the water?
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Let's see. Yeah, let's ask about the prophecy, because if anything, maybe it's connected to that.
That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good.
Yeah.
Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
Yep, sounds about right.
Right! It was Linny that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly.
Yeah, because of the whole dissolving thing.
Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
Former Hydro Archon?
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time that we've ever heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that.
Two parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for further signs.
Yeah.
Speaking of the
Probably
prophecy,
good to take it
Farina
seriously
has
now.
also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose.
Oh. Kind of surprising for her.
If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
Conundrum?
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
Yeah, that's my question. Well said, Paimon.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Oh, what, that's it? Okay. Alright, well let's ask about Childe. Like, what happened with him?
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion.
Alright.
However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
Okay.
But you also said you thought he was innocent.
of at least of the disappearance case.
For many
I
years,
feel like.
I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness.
Okay.
Which is all to say, I've been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
Right, that...
So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate.
So maybe the voice was the core?
In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information.
Okay.
Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though. The time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama.
He sounds so fed up with it.
While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede.
I'm sure he'll be just fine.
If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
I would have to agree with that statement, Paimon.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Alright, that leads to our last question about our sibling. Let's see if he has any information on it. That'd be nice to know.
Your sibling? Another blonde-haired traveler? I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description.
Damn.
If he ever stepped foot
Not
in
surprised.
Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epicles.
Alright.
Is there anything
That was
else
short.
you'd like to ask me about?
That's it. Yep, that's all of our questions. Alright.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you.
Well, we got some information out of
It will
that at
soon
least.
be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memoria.
Palais what?
You
Oh.
really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
He's overworked.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
Kind of like a cliche line right there.
All right, you've got a point.
Yeah.
Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Ah. Aw, I guess he feels better. Damn. That was one hell of a quest. Mildly horror-inducing, to be quite honest. Whatever that last one was freaked me the hell out. Ugh. I think that's... oh my god. It's like we've got this now, though. We'll at least unlock it for now. But, I've definitely done a good amount of quests and other stuff for today. But that was definitely an interesting quest there. We got through... what's the runtime at right now, actually? Oh, we're at about 3.5 hours. Yeah. That was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. We had, I guess, a much smaller quest, or shorter quest than the last time. The last time was just really, really long. But that was definitely...
Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
Hold on. Let me just gonna turn the volume down a little bit so I can speak. Where's the... okay. Yeah, but this one was a lot of fun. I liked a lot of the backstory stuff we got, especially the whole situation about the disappearing people. Don't know what the heck is going on with Childe and that whole situation, or why the Oratrice decided that he was guilty. Not that I would deny that he's guilty of something, just why it would pick that time specifically in a different case that he's not supposedly related to. I don't get it. So I assume that's going to be updated more on the story in whatever the next update is for like Archon Quest, so it's going to be a little bit of time before we get to that. But we're going to go ahead and end the stream here. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully everyone else did who stopped by and watched. So everyone, I hope you guys have a wonderful night, day, morning, whatever, again, whatever time it is. And I will see you all at the next stream. Bye-bye.